Now, if indeed the Trump administration aims at leading an international effort to facilitate Israeli-Palestinian peace, it should take into consideration lessons drawn from past experience and past failures and adopt a three-pronged approach. It goes without saying that any process should comprise bilateral negotiations. However, not as an exclusive course of action. It should simultaneously promote tracks of regional dialogue within the framework of the Arab Peace Initiative and independent constructive steps. Such steps will allow preserving the conditions for a two-state solution through a gradual creation of a two-state reality. They can take the form of political interim agreements, gradual processes with transitional phases along with a pragmatic, uncompromising approach to counter terrorism and violence. And finally, tangible traction on the ground should be simultaneously promoted, enabling a bottom-up progress to sustain any political dialogue on any of the tracks. The international community should differentiate between the main settlement blocks, Jerusalem, and the settlements in the rest of the West Bank. About 80% of the settlers reside in the main blocks of settlements, and those blocks would be eventually incorporated within the final borders of Israel under any kind of arrangement. Trump should aim for a firm commitment by the Palestinians not to internationalize the conflict by condemnation of Israel in international fora or promoting boycott campaigns and to fight incitement to violence and glorification of terrorism against Israelis and Jews. In addition to the above, President Trump is well positioned to recognize that economic development in the Palestinian territories is indispensable for shaping the region's stability. A Marshall Plan for Palestinian development, preferably led by the US, should invite the relatively moderate Sunni Arab states, the Arab Quartet, to be partners of Israelis and Palestinians. It should promote meaningful economic access for Palestinians to Area C in the West Bank, territory that makes up 60% of the West Bank, and concretize plans for the reconstruction of Gaza based on rock-solid arrangements in the security-wise and within this framework of a regional diplomatic effort. Process-wise, it is essential to change that nothing is agreed until everything is agreed. This was the paradigm for the Camp David, the Taba, and the Annapolis processes, as well as the Kerry Round, into what has been agreed should be implemented. Such approach would provide the ground for an arrangement on boundaries, security, statehood, and economy. Add to that mutually coordinated independent Israeli and Palestinian steps in line with the two-state reality. Subsequently, the negotiations over Jerusalem and the refugees will continue in a state-to-state fashion, as well as within a regional framework.